Hey guys, Planet Everything here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to use Simplify 3D slicing software for 3D printing to actually cut your prints in half. So a lot of builds that you might encounter yourself needing to make are going to be too large for your build print. So what this is going to help you do is simply teach you how to actually make that fit on your print by splitting it up into different parts and then either using epoxy or 3D printing more parts to go inside of those parts to link them together or other things like that in order to print larger prints than your actual build plate could support. Basically, here in Simplify 3D, here is a big object, it's a huge cylinder that we want to be able to print half and half. So it's a little bit too tall for our build plate, and in general it's a little bit too big in all dimensions. So what we want to do is make this a bit smaller. Now we're not going to make it in scaled, we're not going to change it in scale, we're going to change it on how it prints. So we want 50% of this object to print below the build plate and 50% above, so that we can just print two of them. Or if you're in the case of having two separate sides, two different sides, they look different above and below, like if you were trying to print out a calculator, for instance, you would have this top section print and then this bottom section print. So that would mean that you would need to flip your object 180 degrees before you put it underneath the build plate. So if you click center and arrange, it'll find the spot on the build plate where your object perfectly rests on it. Now that for mine is -111.66. Now if we want this to go down below, let's say that our object is just 20 millimeters too big. It's just 20 millimeters too big for this build plate. We can go and add 131.66 and it'll go 20 millimeters below the build plate on the negative. So on the Z offset, we just put it -20 degrees lower. So now say that this 20 degrees is now cut off. We need to print it. So we're going to go over here. We're going to take our same object. This is our same object. Oh geez. Where'd you go? So this is our object here in the middle of our print bed. Again, now we want it to be so that only 20 of these millimeters on the top are sticking out. So first we're going to rotate it 180 degrees on the X. Yeah, so 180 degrees on the X, and then we're going to need to reposition this in the center, which we're going to... So yeah guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and also please share with your friends because, you know, sharing is caring.